Folks, NBA insider Marc Stein gave us not one, two bombshell reports for the Warriors this afternoon about trades. One that could have happened and one that may happen. So we're going to start with looking at the present and future. He talks about, yes, we didn't get Markkanen. Yes, we didn't get a big fish this summer, but the Warriors aren't done. They have their eye on another star, our stars, so we'll break down that report. And then we're going to look in the past, and we know this man right here, Steph Curry, almost played with LeBron James in a Golden State uniform. How close was that? And there was one individual who broke it up. So we're going to break down what Stein says in both reports. Before we get to it, Randy Silver here with Warriors Digest. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new or you're here on a daily basis, we're less than 150 subscribers away to 6,000 fans. Can we get to 6,000 before the end of August? It means so much for you to subscribe and help us grow this following Warriors Digest. If you want to learn about trade rumors, Warriors news, free agency, player transactions, injuries, game to game, everything in between, Warriors Digest, go-to place for daily Warriors videos. Thank you for being here. So Marc Stein revealed the Warriors are well positioned to make a big trade. So as we know, the Warriors missed out on Lauri Markkanen. Reports have come out that he wasn't interested in leaving to Golden State, Sacramento, San Antonio, anywhere. He wanted to stay in Utah. And there's a little bit of a smoke and mirrors. Utah had no interest in trading him. He, of course, got his big extension. Congrats to him. 5 years, $240 million. He's staying there for the long haul, being a part of the rebuild. Paul George, we wanted him. Did not happen. Clippers didn't want to play ball. Pun intended. He ended up in Philadelphia. He got himself a big deal as well. So, Warriors, Brandon Ingram, Zach LaVine, any other star out there, well, their opportunity could be there. Let me make this bigger. Per Marc Stein, Golden State can still acquire another standout player via trade. Golden State is plotting its next move in the wake of unsuccessful trade pursuits of Paul George and Markkanen. Team officials believe they remain well positioned for a trade upgrade at some point in the next year, or so, responding to the free agent departure of Curry's longtime backcourt mate Klay Thompson by acquiring Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield, and DeAnthony Melton on short-term deals and retaining all their draft picks. So the Warriors are trying to retool right now, trying to win now, but if this team isn't doing it, then we can make a move, a big fish move, and see what happens. The people over at Basketball Reference have updated this. Appreciate them. So you can see Melton, top of your screen, middle of your screen, Anderson, middle of your screen below, Hield. So Melton, GP2, Looney, Kuminga, Moody, Waters are all on expiring contracts. Hield and Anderson are here for 4 years and 3 years respectively. Hield is an option. But you can look at 25-26, only $140 million in guaranteed money. So we could try to go get a free agent next year. Yes, you're going to lose a lot of depth because you're not going to re-sign those players, so they would have to be veteran minimums to come back. But after 25-26, if Steph Curry does not re-sign, we have a very low salary cap, $86 million signed as of now. They could go get multiple All-Stars at that point. In addition, again, we are hard capped at that first apron. So if the Warriors want to make a trade mid-season and say they don't think they're going to re-sign GP2, re-sign Looney, re-sign Moody, I hope they re-sign Kuminga, I hope they re-sign Moody, Waters, they can combine that salary together to go get a disgruntled star or a star on the team where the team's not going to make the playoffs and they're looking to do a reset. So the Warriors are not going to be done. Obviously, at this point in the season, we have a pretty full roster. They don't even have Quinten Post on here because he's not signed to the team yet. So we have to figure out what happens there. Again, I broke this down. I don't like to repeat myself, but if you're new here, Quinten Post can't be signed. We don't have enough salary cap right now to sign him. So you either have to get rid of a main roster player or a two-way player. And if you want to see who that could be, we have it right here. It could be Pat Spencer, could be Santos. I think it's one of those two. So the Warriors are set up to make a trade if we need to. At this point, you wait till the All-Star break, trade deadline, See how this team is performing throughout the first quarter, half of the season, and then you retool as needed. Stein continues. There are certainly challenges ahead. Curry, Green, Kerr have not truly faced the reality that Thompson is no longer part of the organization. They have all hoped he would never leave. The hope now is that the golden summer Curry and Kerr have enjoyed together provides some lasting insulation into what could be a complicated winter and maybe spring as Golden State truly reshapes itself. So we haven't had summer camp yet. We haven't had a fall camp yet. We haven't had training camp, preseason. We have not seen Klay Thompson in a Dallas jersey practicing in terms of like day-to-day NBA. We have not seen Klay Thompson not take a step through that door of Golden State when the first practice starts. So there's going to be some weirdness going on, but I think we'll get over it. What we haven't got over potentially, when this was released, a lot of fans were not happy about this. They don't want LeBron in Golden State. Even we saw how well LeBron James, Steph Curry played together on Team USA. We could have seen that potentially last year. Could we see it moving forward? Well, one person is saying no. Per Marc Stein, we being Golden State reportedly sought a blockbuster trade to acquire the 4-time MVP before last year's trade deadline. This is partly because James' agent Rich Paul was adamantly opposed to the idea that James swapping Southern California for Northern California was a bad idea. That is why the talks did not go far. Rich Paul, his agent, one of his best friends, grew up together, was adamantly opposed to James becoming a Golden State Warrior. Sources say Paul implored both teams to scrap the concept, despite some owner-to-owner dialogue between the Warriors' Joe Lacob and the Lakers' Jeannie Buss and Draymond Green's determination to lobby James to push for relocation to the Bay Area, largely because he wanted to insulate James from potential backlash over switching teams for the 4th time in his career, Stein wrote. Rich Paul is also Draymond Green's agent. So he's siding a little bit here with LeBron James over Golden State, saying Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, Lakers, NBA fans may not like to see you jumping ship again. Also, we know what happened this offseason as well. Bronny James was drafted by the Lakers and signed a 4-year contract. Looks like he'll start with the G League team and then work his way up. But he signed a pretty big deal for a 4-year player on a second-round draft pick. LeBron, of course, is middling with the Lakers. Warriors, we've been middling as well. NBA probably would love for them to play together in terms of you put them on national television, ratings go up through the roof. But also love to see them apart because then the ratings go through the roof when they're playing each other. LeBron on this team would have been pretty cool. I mean, we saw LeBron and Steph do the pick and roll so well in Team USA. He would be the second scorer. He would take so much pressure off of Steph. It would be amazing. You would have LeBron. God, you could play 2 through 4, even small ball 5. We've seen him do that many times in his career. But what would we have had to give up? Probably Kuminga, probably Moody, maybe Brandin, Trayce Jackson-Davis, and probably all these draft picks, which would have just been a lot to give up. So looking at what we have, again, draft pick-wise, we have 25 first, 26 first, 27 first, 28 first, 29 first, which is great. We have all the ability to go draft or make trades and package them. People said we should have done that for Larry Markin, and we didn't. Could have done it for Kawhi, didn't go through. So the Warriors have flexibility. We can't really sign more players, so we're going into the team with what we had. Back then, we could have got LeBron. Who knows? Maybe Klay stays if we have LeBron. We make the playoffs if we have LeBron. What ifs? What we do know is the Warriors, they're here. It looks like we're trying to trend up, but we're kind of stuck right here. So the question is, will they go make a massive trade? Personally, I think it will not happen until the trade deadline. See where this team is faltering. Where do we need to get some fit? Is it a big man, more shooting, someone to help out Steph Curry, a second star? And we'll see something happen then. But until then, it'll all be speculation, of course. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Rich Paul tanking LeBron James coming to the Warriors, and Marc Stein's report that the Warriors aren't done, maybe for the moment, but they'll be keeping an eye on the trade market. Until next one, y'all, out.